Welcome. Game notes, playoff
Woo!
edition. The playoffs are absolutely out of control. They are delivering everything we've needed so far. You see the arm dog. He's at home for once. We got a huge episode. We'll lightly touch on the current news in the NHL. Then we'll break down what we saw Monday night, which Army's calling, what did you call it? The best night in playoff hockey in a long, long time?
The best night for sure this season. For sure.
Of the season. Best night
For
of the
sure.
season. And then last night, my Vegas Golden Knights went down. We'll get into those games. And then we're going to look forward to tonight's action, give you some picks. And then, of course, Thursday night, some picks. But all of this is brought to you by Body Armor. This episode is brought to you by Body Armor Sports Drink. Body Armor is real hydration with electrolytes, coconut water, and no artificial dyes, flavors, or sweeteners. With your favorite flavors like strawberry banana and orange mango, but in a brand new look. You're going to love it. Arm Dog, you were just telling me a great story about Body Armor. What was it?
Buddy, this is my new routine. This baby right here. Yes, that's right. Is that correct? In there we go. Is that right? No. I'm trying to get it so it looks good. Is that right? There we go. My new routine. I fly out in the mornings, airports. I'm in airports a lot. Just recently, I was in Toronto doing that amazing Jets Blues game. But I get there. I'm a carry-on guy, Mur. So I get there. I get this exact thing, this exact strawberry banana thing. And I dominate it because I don't have time to stop for a coffee. I don't have time because I'm rushing right to the gate. I time it perfectly. Body Armor's always there for me. A little treat, that's pretty much my breakfast right there. Thank you, Body Armor.
Yeah, you're a travel expert. You're like the guy in Up in the Air, George Clooney. You know, you remember that character where I thought you were talking about the airport.
The movie Up, the old grandpa that was sitting on his front step and flew away.
Up in the air. Watch him. He knows how to go right through the metal detector, all that. He's just a smooth mover. But yeah, if you're in the airport or after sports, grab your Body Armor. It's time to rewrite your routine and get rid of the sports drink your grandparents drink. Get your Body Armor today at Walmart or a local grocery store near you. Body Armor. Choose better. Arm Dog, love to see you back in the studio. It means you're at home. You're dialed in. You probably got 3-4 TVs going. Let's get it going. What do you want to talk about first?
I did, buddy. I have 3 TVs going. Had them going last night, especially 6:00 start, and then oh my God! Our wives officially hate us. Our kids never see us. But we don't care. You know, that's the great thing about us. We don't care because it's all about the playoffs, people. We do it for you. We do it for the chat Murls. Will I get spanked when I come upstairs after saying that? If my wife's watching this, yes, I will. But guess what? I'll take it like a champ. I don't care because we're just rocking playoffs right now. And it's been electric. It's been unbelievable. The games, I don't know what people feel about the games so far, Murls, but as I said, Monday night, I got to do that game 2 of the Blues Jets. And that game was, I don't even know how to explain that game. I was exhausted by the first period. I was exhausted at going into the first intermission. It was like, every hit, just unbelievable, just unreal. Like that game was battle-hardened, old-time hockey, Murls. I don't know. I was loving it. And at the same time, we had the Montreal Wash game going on too, which I don't know what I thought or what to expect. I mean, you know, some of these games and just getting to see them for the first time. So it's like, I was like, what's going on here? But then everything started heating up later. All those games were unbelievable, Murls. What a night for hockey.
Yeah, what a night. We're going to go through them individually in a little bit, but I got to get G in here right away because the Boston Bruins press conference just ended. I didn't get a chance to watch it. So G, you got to break it all down for us. I see Twitter going nuts over some Cam Neely stuff.
I got to hear this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in an absolute pretzel right now. Like mind is just I'm in a bad place right now, and I've been enjoying this playoffs. You know, it's nice to finally have a playoffs where it's a little less stressful. I'm not worried about making a video after a Bruins game or doing these Bruins streams. So it's been a lot less stressful. And then this morning happens. Don Sweeney, Charlie Jacobs, and Cam Neely do their press conference, their end of the year press conference, where they want to address all the issues that have happened this season. And boy, was it a disaster. A disaster, I think, is an understatement. I follow a lot of Bruins fans on Twitter. That's kind of been something I've been trying to do a lot more of this year is follow Bruins fans on Twitter, really hear what the people are saying. And the Bruins fans are fucking pissed. Bruins fans are as angry as I've seen them in a long, long time. There was no accountability It was egotistical.
Wow.
It was, I mean, Cam Neely's probably punched 3 holes in his office wall by now. He was pissed off. They were defensive. And it sucks too, because I was actually thinking like a lot lately. And I'm like, Don Sweeney, the moves he made at the deadline weren't that bad. And I was starting to come around. I really was.
Yeah, you were.
Some of these prospects they have, they're lighting up Providence. You got Will Zellers going to North Dakota next year, leading the USHL in goals. Fraser Minton looks awesome. And so I was coming around on Don Sweeney. But then today, I mean, that was so bad. And first, I have to shout out the Bruins reporters. What an incredible, incredible job by the Bruins reporters putting these guys on their toes. Kevin Paul Dupont of the Boston Globe, that is a guy I've been so critical of over the years. And when he's like, all right, I got 3 questions for each of you. Charlie Jacobs, let's start with you. Let's talk about how you're raising. You say this is an embarrassing year. Let's talk about how you're raising season ticket prices 4%. And then right before Charlie Jacobs goes to answer, he jumps in and says, oh, on top of the 9% that you added last year, do you have any plans to rescind this? Charlie Jacobs had no clue what to say. No clue what to say. So they put the owner on his toes, which was great. Then he moves over to Cam Neely and he's like, Cam, the past 10 years or so, you guys have done an awful job at drafting and developing. Care to explain? And right away, Cam Neely starts defending their drafting and developing. And I think one of the lines he said was, it's not as bad as everyone thinks. What? It's not as bad as everyone thinks. What? They're pissing on us and telling it's raining. That's what they're doing. They're pissing on us and telling us it's raining. It's a joke. You're telling me I'm not smart enough to realize that you haven't been able to draft and develop. And then he goes back to 2015. He goes back.
Oh, shit.
And what does he do? Not hand up. We screwed up. That was a bad draft. That could have set us up for years and years in the future. No, he doubles down and defends Don Sweeney and says, Don didn't even expect to be the GM of the team. And he was thrown into this role in 2015 and he did an incredible job. What? You're telling me Don Sweeney, you didn't interview the guy and say, hey, what's the plan here? What are we doing moving forward? He was the assistant GM. He had no clue he was going to be GM of the team. Asinine. That is an asinine statement. Just like the lack of I'm rambling now, but like the lack of accountability, how defensive they got at the reporters who, let's be honest, like I'm not the only one sitting here criticizing the Bruins. I'm not. I love the Bruins. I grew up with season tickets to the Bruins. My family owns a restaurant right next to the arena. I don't want to be this negative prick when it comes to talking about the Bruins. That's the last thing I want every day is to come on Chicklets, come on Game Notes, and talk to all these people and just rip on the Bruins. I don't want that. But they've left the fan base no choice. They've left the fan base absolutely no choice. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but like watch the press conference. But Don Sweeney, just awful, awful stuff from him. And like I said, I was coming back around. I was going to defend the guy, and just where they're at now, how they handled that press conference. It's tough right now. It's not good for Bruins fans. That was a bad press conference.
Wow, I knew it was going to be awesome after the year. Like they were like days of our lives this year, and we had a couple other teams join the party too, but it's like these press conferences. I just knew, when I saw that tweet come out, like tomorrow morning at 10:30 a.m., I sent it to you. I'm like, dude, we need a full report on this. I knew it was their press conferences are like, it's like Cam's in his office, Don's in his office, and they added the owner, Jacob. He's coming out. They don't talk. They just come out and sit down and they just fucking rip.
Exactly,
like,
Colby.
Whoa.
That's exactly it. Because did you hear? He's like, Charlie Jacobs at one point is like, we're trying to have a playoff team. We're trying to have a playoff team. And Cam jumps in. And he's like, whoa. We're not trying for a playoff team. We're trying for a Stanley Cup team right here. So it's like, they aren't talking at all. It's just like
guys are fighting.
And then at the end of the press conference, there's now a video that's going viral of Cam Neely pointing at one of the reporters and saying, "Get in my office." So like, what the fuck? Like, what are we doing here?
That's a spanking.
And I love Cam Neely. We have murals of Cam Neely all over my family's bar. We run Cam Neely fighting clips all the time in my family's bar. I love this guy. My dad all growing up would talk about, you got to play like Cam Neely. You got to play like Cam Neely. I was 110 pounds soaking wet. I wasn't the guy to be playing like Cam Neely, but it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate it's come to this, that, a guy like Cam Neely, who Bruins fans love so much, basically has the whole fan base turning on him. But yeah, this was a tough day to be a Bruins fan, boys.
We've had some great press conferences, haven't we, Murls? We had Vancouver too. Jimmy Rutherford, like deadly honest maybe to a fault a little bit. You could see, Patrick Alvin was like, whoa. You're talking about getting the Hughes brothers here. I don't know what's going on. That was crazy, but I knew this boss. Have we had the Rangers? Have they done one yet? When are they up?
They haven't done one. They probably owe their fans a press conference.
Like, we got to write the letter again. They'll just write the letter again. There is a guy in other news that we can't waste too much time on this news of these teams that stunk all year and didn't make the playoffs. But there is a guy available now, G, if you want a new GM, and that's the old man Lou from the Islanders. He's gone. He's available. Army, what's your recap on Lou's tenure for the Islanders? Success, unsuccessful? Where do you lie on that?
Well, I think not bad. I watched Frankie Borelli's video on Lou the other day, and he was all excited about it and thankful for Lou's time there. And Lou had some good moments, no question. The thing about Lou that is crazy, right? Like, Lou's 82 years old. 82 years old. He started coaching at Providence College in 1968-69. He coached there at that college, Providence College, till 86-87 before moving on to the Devils, where he was there from 87-88 season to 2014-15 as CEO, GM, and president. Like, this guy has been in hockey since before that, even probably, but 68-69, 3 years in Toronto, then the last 7 years, 18-19 to now with the Islanders. He's 82 years old. The thing I see about it too is, like, this guy's spent a life in hockey. He is like a hockey lifer. He's done it his way. He's been highly successful everywhere he's been. And I think he needs to, like, not like I'm saying he didn't enjoy his life. Like, this was his life, but it's like, enjoy your life. Enjoy your life. Like, beards are back now on the island. That's one thing. And I think it's been an incredible career for him if this is it. And I got to imagine it is, but I thought with the Islanders, pretty, like, he brought in Trotz. He did some good things. They found some success and had some good things, but there's no question when I look at that team, I'm like, what are they? A little bit, right? Like, what are they?
Yeah, they had a couple good years there, right around the COVID year there, where they made 2 Eastern Conference Finals. They lost that Game 7, 1-0, I believe, to Tampa. So he did some good things. The last couple years, yeah, we've all seen it going down. But, like you said, incredible career. Any guy I've ever run into that's played for him, even just guys that played for the Albany Devils, just minor league guys, are so loyal to him. They can't say enough good things about him. So amazing career if that's the end. But yeah, Islanders definitely needed something new, and they did that. And then the next news up we got, go all the way out west. Probably, is that maybe the furthest you could go? No, I guess Boston might be further east, but Long Island all the way out to Seattle. Seattle let their coach go, Dan Bylsma. He's gone 1 year behind the bench there. I feel like they kind of had to bring him up to Seattle because he did 2 good years in Coachella Valley. So I feel like they had to give him a chance with their top job, but didn't last long, and he is out again.
This has been, like, for Seattle, right? This has been a battle comparatively to what we're seeing through with the Golden Knights as a new franchise and coming in there. And I mean, it's been tough for that team to kind of gain traction, and they look like they were kind of in an okay spot, and then they weren't. And now they're just like one of these teams stuck in the middle of nothingness, really. Murls, do you think so?
Yeah, I don't see them like anywhere. Like their prospect pool, I'm not excited about. There's just really, there's nothing I'm too excited about. It's not like they have one stud. I mean, Chicago, I'm more excited about them. They got the prospects. They got Bedard. I don't know what Seattle's got.
And Bylsma too. He's been an assistant coach over the years, head coach down in the minors, but like since he's left Pittsburgh, he was in Buffalo, I believe, and then bounced around as an assistant coach before taking over in Coachella, right?
Yep.
If I look at his rundown here, but like it's like 1 year he lasted there, just 1 year. And they're like, we've had enough. They've also did some more moving around with the Kraken, with the organization. They made it official yesterday with Ron Francis moving up in leadership and Botterill sliding in as the GM. And so they kind of restructured that, a little less stress or strain maybe on Ron Francis now, and Botterill, who's been a guy kind of in the making and has had a taste and a little bit of action and through his career, obviously started in Pittsburgh and then Buffalo as well before moving to Seattle. So a lot of restructuring there. Who knows what they're going to do there, but like Bylsma, like nothing gets me excited about Bylsma as the head coach. Like It doesn't. I don't know. What do you see in there?
Yeah, I mean, I never played for him there when he was in Pittsburgh with those guys, but I feel like he kind of inherited that team. He inherited Terrian's system and work ethic and all that, and then he got to reap the benefits of it. But I don't want to talk about these non-playoff teams, Army. It's playoff time. We're already 15 minutes in here. I'm antsy for tonight, and before we can talk about tonight's games, it's all the teams that basically played Monday, and the first one up was Habs at Caps. Caps get it done 3-2 in overtime, and
this guy,
unbelievable. Alex Ovechkin gets it done, and then incredibly, you find out it's his first playoff OT winner ever. He's ridiculous. I can't believe it at this age. After he does the goal record, like, okay, maybe he's not going to do well in playoffs. He comes out and lights it up and gets the game winner, and he had the Selly of the year.
3 points, man. 3 points. Paul Walker in the chat says farm animal. That's what Witt called him, an absolute farm animal. And yeah, like, I don't know, like, I don't know what you're going to think or what you expect at his age. And, you know, the team kind of limped into the playoffs a little bit. There were just Johnny celebrations everywhere. And he comes out with an unreal game one performance, 3 points, OT winner, first of his career, epic celebration. It was just unreal. I got to give a lot of credit to Montreal. Now, Montreal was getting absolutely spanked around the ice physically early in that game. And they found a way to get their ground, get their footing, Murls, and then found a way down 2-0 to battle back in that third period. What do you think that says about them going into the game? Next game.
Yeah, I was impressed by that. A young team, because that's what I talked about on the preview. I thought they're going to be a lot like your Pittsburgh team that was just overwhelmed that first round in Ottawa when none of you have really played playoffs. I know a few of those guys played playoffs in the COVID year. Everybody's on me about that, but I was talking more the core and with the crowd. Playing an away game is tough, but they responded well, and I like their chances tonight that we'll get to later. But let's keep moving on. Enough of that game. The next one up, we've got to talk about. It's our teams, the Jets and the Blues.
Oh, my God.
Oh, this is the game you were so horned up about earlier in the intro. 2-1 Jets, an old school hockey game. And I'm going to let you run with it since your team beat my team.
I mean, this game was not like if you're wearing sweats, the elastic bands get no workout on the sweats, and they better be dark sweats. It is ultimate, like, playoff. Like, my dad texts me like, these guys are fucking killing each other. This is awesome. Like, it was from drop of the puck. It after the first period, it kind of died down a little bit maybe in the physicality comparatively, but there was some absolute boomer hits. Like, just like Logan Stanley, where have you been? Where did Logan Stanley come from? Like the gentle giant, and all of a sudden he's smashing everybody, absolutely lights up Kyrou. And I thought that he could have killed Kyrou. He just hit him. He just ran him over instead of hitting him, you know, driving through like a quality hit, like how I learned how to hit. He could have killed him. Schenner was hunting around. Braden Shen. How about the Shen boys?
Yeah.
God bless the Shen brothers, the real true Bash brothers of the NHL. God bless them. God bless Jeff and Rita Shen, who are getting shown on TV also while we were watching both their boys go head to head. They were smashing each other. This game, this series is the series. Both teams to a man, and I give a lot of credit to their coaches and the players for the full commitment to like what they're bringing for these last two games. It has been like raw bone, hardcore, tough playoff hockey, top to bottom of every lineup. Like Scheifele was a nightmare in game 2. Just cranked it up. Kyle Connor, 2 game-winning goals. It's unbelievable the sacrifice these guys are putting through in this playoffs in that series just in 2 games. Can you imagine a team after the series?
Oof. And that's why the NHL, they're giving them tonight off. They're not playing again till tomorrow. But in watching both games, I'm dialed in on the Blues. Look I even got the Blues color Spit and Chicklets new hat just came in the mail for me.
I got this one. I know. Thank you. These hats are sick.
And I keep noticing Parenko is out there. He's causing the goals. The first night he doesn't clear the PK goal. He's been on the ice for 5 out of the 7 goals against. And this is supposed to be your number 1 D-man. So that's just completely unacceptable. But then I pulled the Pasha. I went under the hood. Started looking for more stuff. The guy was hurt the 13-game winning streak. He wasn't even part of the team for the 13-game win streak. He comes back, and they've been up and down since he's been back. Now he's out there. I don't know if he's got to be playing less than 100%. And then at some point, are you not better? If he's not 100%, you sit him down, and whoever was in there before him during that 13-game win streak goes back in, because this game tomorrow night's a must-win at home. Obviously, they're down 2-0 coming home. It'll be a different story, but Parenko's got to figure it out, or they got to put him upstairs if he's really banged up.
Yeah, because like if you're trying to catch up in that series, that's a tough series to play catch up in. I don't care how good you are. Like look at Brady a little bit against Toronto too. Like he missed some time, came back. We'll get to that series, but like it's tough when you're a guy that logs those big minutes. You have the tough matchups. I wouldn't say he's like the most physical guy, but like, or the fastest. Maybe he is. He just doesn't look it because he's so big. But like, it is just tough to play catch up when you missed an extended period of time, and the pace of these games have been insane. The physicality's been insane, and you got to have full commitment. So if there's something like in his head that's like, I don't know, or I'm unsure a little bit, like you're going to get eaten up. There's no question you're going to get eaten up. This is big boy stuff here.
Yeah, I would say that I've noticed about this playoff, there's no like feeling out processes like we've seen sometimes where it kind of is a boring start to all the series. Every series has come out crazy. And in the series we were all looking forward to is up next. Dallas wins an OT, saves the series. It's 1-1 going back to Colorado. What is it? Colin Blackwell. I think he shot it, somehow stopped, got back in front, got his own rebound, puts it up top. Does basically the Ovi celebration, one knee, everybody yelling at the crowd. But Dallas fought back, saved the series. I didn't see that coming at all.
Murls, they had to win that.
Yeah.
They had to win that. Now you're going back to Denver, Mile High, and you're tied. That was like the most desperate I felt watching it, the most desperate game for Dallas. Like that was a must-win game, and they found a way to get it done. How does a guy shoot the puck, take a hit, the puck's sitting there, and he just comes in and cleans up that rebound like that? I don't get how like no one went for it, kind of, or like everyone's just, it was like slow motion.
Yeah,
it was crazy. How
I was
happened.
watching. I'm like, get him. I'm like, you got to get him. Like, what's going on here? And he just stops. He comes. He grabs it. I was like, it was crazy.
Great moments in that series, though. Like some great, like I mean, that's a high tempo, high paced series as well. Not as like crazy physical as the Blues Jets, but you're getting entertained in that one as well. Both teams playing on the line, on the brink every time. So yeah, that's huge for Dallas.
And that was the dessert. I thought it couldn't get any better that night. And then all of a sudden, Connor McDavid turns the Oilers-Kings game into a game. The Kings end up winning 6-5. They go up 1-0 in the series. But McDavid had the 4 points to tie it up, I think, with a minute and a half left. And then all of a sudden, LA comes back and steals the game.
Yeah, I mean, the game wasn't really that good early. It was like the Oilers sucked. They were drinking out of a fire hose. Like they couldn't do anything. They were turning pucks over. I think I tweeted this out. It was like the Oilers are doing everything they can to lose this game, but they might win it. That's what
That's what happens when you have McDavid and Draisaitl. That's what can happen.
McDavid was insane. Like the goal that McDavid tied it, coming down, like I don't know how he gained entry, how he slithers by guys. Not only doing that, mostly he does it by going through guys with the puck, Murls. He banked that one off the boards, jumped around and caught it. And like, it's just, I don't know how he cuts, how he maneuvers. He is water. He is like water. Who said that? Jack? No. Who's the Bruce Lee? Be like water. He's like Bruce Lee. Be like water. He just goes through everybody. It's unbelievable. It's like like what Shaq was dealing with on TNT the other night when he had to run to the shitter. It was going through him like water. And it was unbelievable for him to just come in. And he didn't even like dangle to score that goal, Murls. He just kind of like flopped it in there. But I like just an absolute heartbreaker. Dano at the other end. And Kempe looks like McKinnon. Kempe looks like McKinnon on the power play, Murls.
Yeah, he's great. That power play is great. Him and Fiala, they just rip it around to each other.
It's crazy.
Zing, 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 zing.
Oh, it's crazy the movement, but like it's crazy how Kempe has that like attack, speed, fake shot, fake pass, shot, attack thing. He looks like McKinnon. I'm like taking a step back. I'm like, whoa, who Kempe? Yeah, maybe Biz was right. Hey, Biz was right.
Yeah, he's a player. That's exciting game tonight. Everything's on the line tonight there, but let's move on to last night, a little fresher in everyone's mind. Devils, Canes. Canes go up 2-0 in the series. They dominated both games. Last night, they kept it a little closer, but the shots were just crazy. The shot attempts were still Carolina big time. They're up 2-0 as expected, but going back to Jersey, you never know. But what did you see last night in that game?
Well, I was texting like the group, and Posh is just down on his team, right? Is Posh there?
Yeah, let's bring him in there for this.
This fucking guy. He's like, oh yeah, if you were smart, what'd you say? You're like, if you were smart, you'd bet like more than whatever goals.
I said Canes, but
Warning. The following statements are about to be made by a deranged Devils fan. The views expressed are his and his only. Take everything you hear with a grain of salt because, remember, he is a deranged Devils fan.
No, we don't need the disclaimers right now, boys. I'm in the dump side.
Oh, I don't know. You're kind of excited about the effort last night.
I mean, yeah, I was. Listen, the Devils battled hard last night. I was very impressed that they showed a pulse. When I saw that Luke Hughes was hurt, he wasn't going to play when I announced that yesterday morning, I'm like, they already had trouble breaking out. They already couldn't produce offense. Like, they are so fucked. But credit to them, they battled very hard. Ultimately, they didn't get the win, but it was nice to see them show a pulse. I thought there were a couple positives there. Brett Pesce was a complete monster, just eating pucks. He was on his offside.
He was a machine. Oh my God.
He was a machine. He was a machine. So if you're looking for positives, he was elite. Markstrom again.
Lotus with his girlfriend. Beamsy.
But and you know what? The top dogs were great. Bratt was dominant. He was the best player in the game. He was all over the ice. I thought Timo Meier was one of the probably the most noticeable besides Bratt. Throwing pucks on net, throwing the body, getting in scrums. He did miss that bouncing puck to tie the game, but that's a hard play. Like the puck was a hot potato there. So the big dogs stepped up. But ultimately, it's just, they don't have the offensive juice. Your best player's out, your best offensive D-man's out, and then your best defensive D-man's out. I know that like injuries is an easy cop-out, but I mean, you can't tell me that the injuries aren't completely fucking the Devils right now.
Pasha carrying the pod right now. Insulin 801 says, yeah, good one. These Devil fans, I'm telling you, there's something else. There's something else. We need disclaimers in the chat pretty much now. Oh my God. But I would say, like, someone in the chat said that Timo Meier's hurt now too. Is that true? Did that come across the line?
I would fucking hope not. But I mean, the way this organization's cursed, I would not be surprised at all. But I don't think so. I haven't seen anything about that.
Okay. Just want to make sure. I just believe the chat people. I'm a lunatic. I love the chat. Love you, chat. But
no fake news in the chat. We don't need any rumor boys in there. We do enough of that on our own.
Correct. I will say this though. Do you think that Carolina as good at Martinook? What a game in the chat. Will Clark.
Mm-hmm.
Martinook what a shot by Martinook.
He's a Devils killer. Even 2 years ago in the playoffs, he was I think he had a hat trick one game. He's a Devils killer. He's a great player. Yeah.
Singsy says Timo's feelings were hurt.
He did get headbutted by Burns. Yeah, Burns headbutted him on a play. Yeah.
I saw that. But like, do you think that the Carolina was just like, okay, all these injuries, Dylan out, and then you got Hughes out, and then, more injuries. Like they didn't, like, you have to step on their throat a bit. I don't think they did. If that was game one, Carolina, it would have been fucking 6 to whatever,
Yeah, I think maybe, just that sort of mental, like more injuries. These guys are banged up. Take your foot off the gas. But I think full credit to the Devils. Like every guy was battling. Every guy was grinding. But I mean, just, the bottom 6 already had no juice. Now with all the injuries, everyone's playing out of position. So yeah, unfortunately, I think injuries screwed them. But even before the injuries, the roster needed some help.
Murls, they can't overcome this, can they?
No, not unless Pasha. Are you getting on the flight? Are you coming down in New
I
Jersey?
am getting on the flight.
All right.
Devils till I die. I'm gonna be there games 3 and 4 and supporting the team. But if Luke's not playing, this series is over. I think if he's gonna come back, there is a chance. You win game 3, anything's possible. If the Devils could play like they played last night and Luke is back, they have a chance because they honestly outplayed the Canes for like 75% of that game. Canes just had a hot couple minutes, got the 2 goals. Markstrom again looked dialed. If Markstrom keeps playing like that, the Devils can have the effort they had last night and Luke can come back. I think they still have a shot. It's a long shot, but they still have a shot. If Luke is not coming back, no, this series is over. And another little positive, Nemitz, his first NHL game, I thought he was pretty solid. He had a couple shaky plays early, but I thought that his puck moving ability and skating really helped the Devils out last night.
How old is he again?
20.
Do you think he's going to be a player?
I do. I think he had a horrible year, and I'd be a lot more concerned if he didn't show what he showed last year, where I honestly thought he looked really, really good. So I think he has the potential. He came into the year hurt, but nightmare season from him any way you want to spin it. But I would not cut the cord on him.
Murls, William Ripe in the chat says this is the most least intriguing series of them all. Would you kind of agree?
I was about to say before we let you go and talk about some better series. If you come here and you do turn the series, it goes 2-2. Will you travel to Carolina for Game 5?
Oh, you're getting beat up.
No, I wasn't planning on it. Frank the Tank and I had talked about maybe doing some sort of live stream from the office. I don't know, but you know what? Who knows? If they win 2 in a row in Jersey, I would say nothing's off the table.
Yeah, you might be the X factor. So you might
have
such a flight.
Memes is such a joke.
The Jumbotron proposal incoming in Newark. Let's go.
If the Devils win the cup, I will do a Jumbotron proposal.
There we go.
That's the biggest bet you ever made right there, buddy boy. Come on, let's go Devils. I mean, let's go Devils.
Wow. All right, Pasha. We'll maybe cut that one because it could happen. It could happen. Markstrom gets hot, but it is probably not likely. Next game up, though, last night, Sens at Leafs. Leafs get it done in OT. They go up 2-0. Domi, of all guys, our group chat, we were talking like, what's Domi doing on that one goal? He missed the reverse, but did he call for it? Was he telling the D rim it? So we were all talking about Domi this, Domi that. Next thing you know, he gets the OT winner. Biz is going nuts. They're up 2-0 like they should be. But again, like Montreal that other night, Ottawa showed some fight. They stayed in the fight. They probably were the better team last night, but Toronto's up 2-0 as expected.
Buddy, game 1, they had 2 goals in the first 3 shots of the game. Game 2, they had 2 goals in the first 4 shots of the game. Like, you can't chase the game like that. The Toronto just scores. Like, they can score. Like, they have game breaker guys, and their big boys are playing well. Like, they're getting it done. And so, I got to give a lot of credit. I've said this, I think Ottawa has to go upstairs on the Carpenter, as Biz calls him, Stolars. Played really well, though. He's played really well. This has been a good series, too, Murls. This has been a really good series. I don't think we've seen the best of Brady, although he did finally cash in. Maybe that'll get him going as the series goes on. It's going to take him time. I don't think he's self-admittedly wasn't good in game 1. Maybe a little overwhelmed. Also missed time coming into the playoffs. Played 1 game and then right in to the point about Parayko. I think also Ottawa has been playing well. I thought in game 1 they played good enough to win. That's not what the score showed, but Toronto can score. Yeah. Toronto's guys, they can score. They don't need much. And they get great A's, and it's buried. So, it's like a double-edged sword a little bit with the Leafs. You play them hard, and you want to take some chances, and you got to push to score because Ottawa doesn't score as easily, no question. But you do, and then you're exposed, and then bang, it's in your net. And I mean, Ullmark's taken a little bit of a beating, Mur.
Yeah. I saw some playoff Olmark is back, stuff like that. It's not good. The Leafs power play is just awesome. The 5 forwards. We're
Yeah.
going to start seeing more teams. All these coaches and people were afraid to put 4 forwards. Remember when I played D in Wilkes-Barre, people were, oh, you can't play D. You can't play. I was, dude, it's on the power play. Doesn't matter. Get more guys that know how to score out there. They got 5 guys out on that power play that know how to move the puck, how to score. And the best thing about it, it's freed up Riley. Riley doesn't have that pressure of playing that spot, and he's got more legs. He's fresher, and his overall game is way better. And then he's getting some pucks in the net that doesn't hurt, but he's way better without the pressure of having to be on that first power play.
I mean, who would you rather have out there, to your point? Marner or Morgan Riley running the power? It's not even like you don't even have to look twice, but for years we did. We're like, nope, this is how it is, to your point. Yeah, and I mean, the question marks around the big boys were there coming in, and right now they're difference makers. Like they're the guys. Like John Tavares is a stud. He's getting it done. Nyes, how much is he going to make? What's his deal going to look like? He's playing unreal. You know, like Willie's been more physically involved than I thought. Mitchie Marner's a stud. You know, they're getting it. Matthews on the goal scoring front, a little quieter, but playing solid. And is there a difference with this team to like business point? Like, do you feel that when you're watching them too? Like they could get, like Ottawa can, you know, dictate territory and like have some kind of chances and they don't get a lot of grade A's. Like they're shutting it down defensively. Like they're sacrificing a little bit, but they're scoring with their chances. So they've got a good recipe.
Yeah, I feel I see them playing for each other a little bit more than they used to in the other years.
Yep.
They were known for that, a little bit of a selfish team. They're all looking for their cookies. And if you listen to these guys that have won before, it's all about that. It's changing it and playing for each other, sacrificing a few points, sacrificing cheating there for the good of the team and for your teammates. And I see that a lot different there. And I mean, that's got to come from Chief. The funny thing about Chief was I don't know which game it was where he's yelling at the assistant coach for getting too excited, jumping on the bench. So calm down. I don't like that. I like when the coach
Mark Savard. That's Mark Savard, the assistant coach there.
Yeah, I like when the coaches get excited. I hate when they're a stone like that after a goal, but I guess that was too early in the game for him. So Chief
looked at him and he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Poor Savvy's just like, you know, emotional. You know, he's dialed. He wants guys to score. I'm sure he has a big part in helping think of ideas on ways to score goals. So, you know, they're invested. They're dialed in. I seen in the chat too, something came across. Nye's getting offer sheeted for sure. I saw that. I'm like, how is he not? Like, how if you're not like a team with some like cap space just to throw, you know, whatever it takes to get them out of there if they can't afford it, right? Because they're going to have the Marner issue there. I know they get out from underneath Tavares, but like cap's going up too. Maybe it won't. Maybe the cap going up will just be enough that we won't see it this year. And last year was a perfect storm for St. Louis. But like, how do you not just say screw it? How old is he? 22?
22. And he seems like one of those players they're not really making a lot of anymore with the size and the skill. So what did we look it up? It was 2 first rounders and maybe a couple second rounders.
Like a first, a second, and a third for like between the price tag of like 9 and 8 million. I forget what it is exactly to the T, but it's a good chunk. But like, what do you care if you're getting him?
Yeah, you're not getting a better first rounder than him, and it's a crapshoot. So you know you're getting a proven commodity, I believe they say in the game in the real business. But you'll hear enough about the Leafs, even though it'll be later on Friday from Biz. So we can move on unless G, you got some more Leafs talk.
No, not Leafs talk, Murls, but I figured I'd brighten your day a little bit. You know what I mean? So I have some breaking news here. Some major breaking news.
Cam Neely shit kicks reporter at his office.
RPI just got a major transfer out of the portal. Cole Gordon, who is labeled as the most physical player in college hockey by Mike McMahon. They just got him out of the portal. So that's some big news for RPI today.
Wow, some big news. You're kind of guy, it sounds like. Army, are you on the RPI train now with this
guy? You get guys like these guys, and you bring it, I'm coming to a game with you. What's the game we're going to?
Oh, here's another little inside scoop I just picked up earlier today. I heard BC's coming to RPI for a game in October, so maybe that's the one that's got to get on the schedule.
How did
Wow,
she manage that?
This kid's coming from Arizona State too, Murls. We got some legit players considering RPI right now.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
They're just engineers. They want to come in there and engineer people's sternums right in the back of their back with these big physical guys. Get those guys. Get those big boys running around.
Get 20 Western League guys in here. Just dummy teams. Make these nerds not want to play here. Harvard,
NCAA is going to have to
Dartmouth,
come out with a rule like no chewing during the game. Like they'll just be just absolute monsters out there. They're like, hey, no chewing before the game, boys. RPI is out of control. Just chew spit all over the ice everywhere.
Oh, where did I play? I had a coach. It was in Zagreb. Donnie McLean. He would chew. He was our assistant coach, old shooter. He was a big lefty, played Grand Rapids when we were rookies. He scored 50 goals all the time in the AHL. And he would just spit his chew right on the ice. It was gross.
God, it's savage.
He was a beauty.
Baker, the candlestick maker. Hold on. In the chat, I don't know if this is fake news. Nice to RPI. He said.
We're happy when we get McKenna and DuPont. We're getting McKenna and DuPont. We don't need Nyes. He's gone. All right.
Yeah, that'd be unreal if you got those guys. Yep. Holy shit.
We're working.
RPI.
Let's go, baby. Woo. All right. Next one up. Shocking game. I guess we're all idiots. It shouldn't have been shocking at all. When Matthew Tkachuk comes back in the lineup, of course, the Florida Panthers are a different team. He lights it up. They light up Tampa. Sam Bennett, the menace, got it started early. And, yeah, they got outshot. But 6 goals on 16 shots. But Panthers are the Panthers. They're back.
They bullied them. Murr. I have Tampa. Where's our things? Can we show our predictions? I don't know why I drank the Tampa Kool-Aid so hard. They weren't even. I fucked up. Can we redo our predictions? And
who was saying that? I think Keith
Jans
was saying that. I wish we could pick them after game 1 when you see what it really happens.
I mean, they just came in and they just did what they do. Like, why did I think that they wouldn't do that for some reason? I just thought Tampa's in the weeds, Tampa's this team. Like, they got bullied. Tkachuk ran Kucherov so hard last night. He got a penalty for roughing, but he kabombed him along the boards and just took a healthy run at him. And like Tkachuk was all over this game. Like, and how many games did he miss? And he just comes in and he just goes to absolute pound town. 2 goals and an apple, 3-point night. The guy's just an absolute menace. These guys are gross.
I mean, part of the reason I picked Tampa is I don't want to go back to the elbow room, but I think I'm going back to the elbow room in early June again.
Hey, I got on Tampa. I said, okay, like maybe they'll be sneaky. I had a gut feeling they can score. They're good. But it's like and I mean, if we have any Panthers fans in the chat, I mean, you could easily get me back onto that train. I love that style of hockey. Like they were just like, I would take 5 Mika Mikolas on my team all day. This guy is just smashing into everyone, moving pucks, crashing. He is a machine. This guy. Where would he start? St. Louis, that he was at the Rangers. Like, what? How do you? And now he is what he is in Tampa. But look at OEL in Toronto now after he left Florida. Like, you get, like, it's like when you get into the Florida Panthers, you become like an animal. It just becomes part of you. Give me 5 Mikolas on my team and like a skilled, like a Quinn Hughes, and we'll win the cup every year. Give me those guys. But they got it, buddy. They're back.
Yeah, they're back. Panthers. Gensel scored the goal, made it 1-1 on the power play, and there was a
Did you see that
stat you threw up in the group chat? I don't know if we got the graphic to show everybody here, but what was that stat officially?
I'm going to find it for us here. I'm going to find it for us.
Yeah, Jake Gensel, the big sign, he ties it up. Only 6 players in NHL history have produced a higher goal per game rate in the postseason than Jake Gensel. Mario Lemieux, Mike Bossy, Rocket Richard, Cam Neely, Wayne Gretzky, and Nate McKinnon. So,
that's it.
Impressive.
That's it. This guy just scores, man. This guy is sneaky, great along the board, spinning off guys, coming up with pucks, good in tough areas, in and around the net, just crafty. How about that goal, Murls? little backhand, forehand, tucky, just short side, quick, like bing, bing.
Bing,
Can't
bing.
teach that.
Yeah, when he made it 1 was like, all right, here we go,
Yeah.
Tampa, here we go, and then it didn't last long. I was like, oh
Or
god,
2
I'm an
goals in
idiot.
14 seconds.
Yeah,
Dude,
and
like,
when
see you later.
I had a big meeting with Mr. Ice before this playoff started, and we we're just going through every team. He's trying to make his cup pick, so he's throwing stuff at me, and he ended up picking Tampa, and I was like, yeah, I got Tampa going to the finals. I said, we might be out in the first round and look like complete idiots because Florida is good, and we don't know who's
Champs.
healthy. We don't know. Like I said, maybe we should wait and right before puck drop, find out if Matthew's playing or not, and before you make the pick. And yeah, we probably should have waited for all our picks to find out if he was going to be in at 100%. But he looked great, and yeah, we'll see you at the elbow room as it says in the chat there.
Fucking right. I could do that again, bud. I could go for a Panthers run again. I
Yeah,
could be
well,
wrong. Fuck it. They're
direct
fun.
direct flight from Albany down there. I don't
Buddy,
mind
they're
that.
fun though. They're like they play it so fun. Like whoever they play, if the team sucks, they'll make it fun. They'll bully them and shit. How what'd you think Marchand looked? He looked like he had some pop too, like he was jumping.
Yeah, I'm still weirded out by that. I still couldn't get used to seeing him in the Panthers. I don't think I ever will. It's so weird. But what is he on the third line there? Maybe you got.
Yeah,
him?
he's on he's down. He's with
So
oh, I forget
you
his
know he'll
name.
get you a big goal at some point. It's just crazy that
Lou
you don't even like think about him. Where if the Bruins were in the playoffs, he's the number one guy you're looking at. He's out there with Pasta, and it's like, oh, it's Marchand. But on that team, he's kind of an afterthought.
They don't have
which is
anything though.
wild.
They like Tampa doesn't have anything. And I thought they played a kind of physical team game a little bit, like they would come at you. But they're outmatching that department completely right now in game one. I'll say game one. It's because I got to hang in there with Tampa. But like they have no recourse to push back of any type in any regard to the bullying of this. They're doing the same thing. They don't care. They don't give a shit.
No.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, we're clowns, but yeah, I think Chiclet's Air will be leaving from Fort Lauderdale. And before last night, I was 100% confident it would be going to Vegas to Florida. I didn't know which team, Florida or Tampa. But after last night, Minnesota took care of Vegas 5-2 with the empty netter. Kaprizov's sauce pass was just something out of this world to get it all going. Shea Theodore, my guy. I love this guy. He's part of the reason I picked Vegas to win the cup. He might have had the worst single game in NHL history. He was responsible for, I think, the first 4 goals, and then he was out there for the empty netter, but just not like him. He didn't seem like he was even there. Like he wasn't engaged at all in any of the pucks, and he lost battles. The one goal, he didn't even, I think that was the Kaprizov pass. He's the fastest guy in the ice. It looked like he wasn't even trying. It was a really weird game by him. And
what is he?
I'm a little nervous.
4?
I'm nervous.
-4. What are we looking at here? What's this?
Yeah.
Fucking Pasha pulling up.
These are some under the hood stats. And let's
Okay,
just say if the graph is going to the left, that's no bueno. And I don't think I've ever seen 2 guys go so far to the left.
Oh, that's McNabb and
yeah.
Poor Braden McNabb was his partners with Theodore. Theodore was the one making all the mistakes, but it's McNabb's first ever -4. He's played 917 regular season and playoff games.
Hey, and
combined.
Mark Stone -3 too. Like that's not his game either.
No.
I mean, he's the guy that shuts it down. A lot of credit to Minnesota. Ton of credit to them pushing back, making this a series. We got action now in this one, baby. Some of these I thought Vegas would bully him around a little bit, like, and come in and just smother. I give Minnesota a ton of credit. I give them a ton of credit with the way they're battling, the way they're playing. That Yakov trying to just blasting guys. You got, Kaprizov's in the mix, getting roughed up, but he's still hanging in there. The old guy there, the long stick, he's still dangling around. Zuki, he's still dangling, making it work. Just magic out there, finding time and space. I don't know.
Yeah, they're dangerous. I was scared game 1. I was happy to get out of there game 1 with the win. I was like, oh no, this Minnesota team. But we got through it. Yeah, Boldy, these guys are in chat. Boldy's got 3 goals already. We love him. Yeah, I'm nervous now going up to Minnesota. They have one of the best crowds. They're electric. They'll be standing the whole time. Gustafson, like when I'm watching a game and I'm either betting on a team or it's my team like this, Vegas, I feel like none of my shots will go in the net. Like that's how I feel like when they're shooting on Gustafson, like that's not going in. And then on the other end, I feel like every Minnesota shot could go in on Hill. He making these, he looks like a roller hockey goalie sometimes, sliding in and around, but he makes some crazy saves, but then he lets in some soft ones. It's just, I'm not feeling good.
Are you stressed?
Yeah, I'm not feeling good.
You're not feeling good? I feel like what's the goals saved above expected for Gustafson?
Let me look into it.
All right, get under the hood on that one.
Just come in with those when you find them.
Yeah. Let's wrap that one up. I don't want to talk about Vegas, how bad they were last night anymore. I got to move on.
I want to move on with you, buddy. Yeah. Tonight, right, Mur? We got action, baby. We got 3 games. So not 4 games, not insanity, not starting at 6 and going till freaking 2 a.m. Just 3 games, buddy. This is all up your alley. We got game 2, Montreal, Washington. We got game 3 in Colorado, Dallas, Colorado. That's at 9:30. Nice spread here. 10 p.m. Edmonton at LA. Game 2. Will the harmonicas be back? Ooh, we got to find out. What do you got? What do you got tonight, buddy?
Yeah, so the Montreal Washington, like I said, I was impressed the way they battled back. I was leaning. I almost took Montreal on the money line. It's plus money. I kind of want to root for them. I want a series. We've seen what the desperation is. Game 2, it's you can't even explain it. What the desperation comes from these guys, and I think we're going to see that from Montreal tonight, but I don't want to jinx it, so I'm just going to go with a couple player points. I'm going, we're a Hudson podcast. We're a Hudson Brothers podcast, so I'll take Hudson to get a point, minus 135, and then Chychrun, him to get a point, plus 130, and
wow,
I had him last game. He was on the ice for the OT winner. He didn't get the point, but this is what usually happens. If I miss it the one night, they'll get it the next night. So just 2-point scores there in Washington and Montreal.
If you're looking at the chat, as I always am, you know me. Singsy in the chat just now, the captain of the chat. Free money tonight. Both teams to score 2+ goals in all 3 games. Plus 249 on DraftKings. I love that.
Looking for goals. I love it.
I love that, Singsy. Mark me down for that, baby, too. That's a beauty right there. Singsy, fucking right. The Cappy Tad coming through with the boys.
Oh, I'm getting on there. I might get on there right now and take that.
Get on there. Take me a while to see that. The swing. Will it swing? Does it swing? Is that how it works?
I love it. I would say that might be the toughest game to get it, because the next game, Dallas at Colorado, these teams can score. I'm obviously on the Avs 3-way. Minus 115 at home. Will we see Landeskog come onto the ice and really get the place buzzing? He took warm-ups just as keep building the comeback. I don't know if they'll go to that ace in the hole yet, but I'll be on the Avs 3-way. And then my guy Lehkonen, he did it for us the last 2 games. 3 shots, plus 195. DK's catching on to us. He was plus 230 for that last game and hit it, but he's got a nose for the net. He goes to the mixer. We know it's that time of the season.
I don't know how to say this in the chat. Babriel Landeskog, because he's a babe. Babriel. Is he back tonight too? Everyone's thinking he's back with this LTIR. They can't play the first games to make it look like they're coming back in this, like not in the first game, like Mr. Game 1 bullshit. So maybe he's back. Maybe we see him. Noah in the chat, plus 390, a Landeskog anytime goal scorer.
Ooh.
Murr.
Ooh.
Murr, do you think this game goes to OT?
That's what I see. Some draw lays. I see some people talking about the draws.
Which games would you draw out of these games? All 3 of them?
If I had to pick 2 out of the 3, I would do the first 2.
Yeah.
Because the Edmonton LA game. I got my
exotic.
Oilers. I got the Oilers blue here. They're going to make it 1-1. We talked about the desperation. I think we'll see the Connor McDavid we saw in the last 10 minutes, in the first 10 minutes and the entire game. He knows how big this game is. He's going to completely take over again. Oilers money line. McDavid 2 points, plus 125. Even
is that it? That's it. Like
I almost didn't want to say it on here, so So the sports book calls me, say, hey, Matt, stop giving away the picks like that. But McDavid 2 points. I feel like he'll get that in the first minute tonight. So those are my plays for tonight. I don't know what you're thinking on the game.
Kane might be in there saying too. There might be saying Evander Kane might be in too.
Yeah.
Who are they going to take out? I don't know. Did someone get hurt? What happened? I don't know. Is Jeff Skinner even playing? I know he's playing, but is he playing?
Is he gonna be
First ever playoff game? Like, I mean, does he just get one playoff game and that's it?
Oh, can you imagine?
Oh my God. Yeah,
Jeez.
I can imagine it. I can. Unbelievable.
But what a night. Those were my picks. And I mean, I want to see Montreal win. I'm going to have Colorado win, and I got to have Edmonton win just on a fan level.
Yeah, we need it. We need it. What a night. 3 games right there. Those game 3s, game 2s are huge. Game 3s, I feel like it's huge. I don't know. What's bigger? What's the bigger game in the series? Game 2 or game 3? Game 3 is fucking.
Yeah, well, it kind of depends. Like Dallas is game 2. If you're at home,
yeah.
you have to win that game. That's an EBR rule, and I didn't do it the other night. EBR rule number 5: if you lose game 1 at home, you hammer the team game 2, and that leads me into Thursday night because that's the first game. Tampa Bay, Florida at Tampa. I know we just talked how great Florida is and how bad Tampa is, but again, that desperation at home is something you can't explain properly. It's that big, it's that important. So I will be on Tampa money line -122, EBR rule number 5. And then, I mean, if Tampa is going to win, Kucherov's going to be the guy. So Kucherov 2+ points +125.
What was McDavid 2 points?
Go back and look that.
What was
officially.
it? I got it here.
Where did my +125?
25.
+125.
+120 for Cooch. I mean, that's
crazy.
Unreal. That's unreal.
Crazy.
That's unreal.
It's crazy.
What's this?
Oh, Jesus. That's under the hood. Pasha, get in here and read that under the hood stat.
Dynamics can vary.
So, according to Grok, it says Game 3 has more statistical impact on winning an NHL playoff series than Game 2. Historically, the team that wins Game 3 in a best-of-7 series goes on to win the series approximately 67 to 70% of the time, compared to about 60 to 62% of the time for Game 2 winners. So, a bit more important Game 3s.
Wow.
Is that if it's 1-1? Because I saw that. I think I heard last night a stat. If you go up 2-0 in a series, you win like 86% of the time. You're a winner. I forget. It might even be just a little higher than that.
I saw that as well. Yeah.
So
wow.
Grok, be more specific, buddy. Come on, Grok. Give us some clarity on that. Is it 1-1 or is it 2-0 when you're going into Game 3? We got to know that too. But Game 2 out of the gates, I like that. Murls, Florida, Tampa. This is a series I looked at as being like, I looked at Battle of Ontario, I looked at Jets, Blues, I looked at Avs, Dallas, and I looked at this Battle of Florida as being like those 4 series that I'm really interested in. Game 1, not so interesting. Florida bullied the shit out of them. So let's go, Tampa. Wake up. We need you. You got to get going. John Cooper, start doing fucking coaching things. Dial them in. Dial them in. Make some
the adjustments. Make the adjustments. Let's go.
Absolutely. Then we got that Battle of Ontario, Game 3, Murls.
Game 3
tomorrow night. What do you got?
They're down 2-0. This is the series. I think they come out. I'm gonna go with them. I like Toronto. I got the Toronto hat on, but Ottawa money line -112 at home with their season on the line. I think they find a way to get it done.
Like, their fans got to get nasty. Their fans got to get crazy in that barn. I remember playing my first ever playoff series there with the Pens, and before I went on the ice for the game, the crowd was already going fucking nuts. I don't know. They were probably showing a playoff video or something up there. You couldn't see. We're just waiting in the runway in the back out of the room there. And there's this like robotic wow, 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 wow. And it was just fucking loud as hell. It was loud as hell. And I went out there. It was my first ever time on the ice in the playoffs. I was like, holy shit. And they steamrolled us. We were drinking out of fire hose. And
Chris
it was
Neal
just like,
running around, the A-train looking for you across the middle.
Volchenkov, yeah, they had it all. They were running around. But it was like that energy, that atmosphere. It's been how many years? 8 years? Like, let's fucking go, Ottawa. You want them back in here? You need to get Raw in there. You need to get crazy. You need to have it. We need the Martian in there going nuts. We need all their guys in there going nuts. We need those dorky band people in there going nuts that were doing the songs. We need it all to get these guys in this series. It's big.
They need it. We can't have a sweep. We need action. That Battle Ontario. We need the games. There's nothing worse as the playoffs go, because these games we're getting 3-4 a night. If somebody gets swept, and then all of a sudden we only have one game one night or two. And it's,
no, that's
what
the
do
worst.
we do? What do we do? We need long series. We need the action.
Singsy was asking me if my legs were rubbery in that first game. They weren't. I felt like I was like an alien almost, like I was shedding my skin. I was like going fucking insane. Like I was kind of a little bit crazy in that series. I ran the goalie. I think I bit a guy. I was fucking doing everything. It was nuts. It was absolutely nuts. But what an experience. Ottawa's got to do that again tonight. You're right. We can't have a sweep. We need a big game. Game 3. Thank you, Grok. Huge game. Game 3 tonight. Up next, the series of the playoffs so far, in my opinion, 2 games in. The Jets are getting it done, but you're not out of it until you lose at home, Murls, and the Blues are going back home. What do you make of this game 3? Pivotal game 3, says Grok.
I don't know who it was. They said a series doesn't start till home team loses a game. I'm the Blues guy. Look, Blues again. I got Leafs blue, Maple Leafs blue. I'm on
Tampa.
the Blues. Again, we need a series. We can't have sweeps. St. Louis will be a different team at home. We all know with that Winnipeg, it's not even a full-size NHL rank. It's tighter. It's smaller. You got the whiteouts. It's really hard. And they were in both games. So get back home. Get the home cooking. Get those ribs. Maybe they're down there. Where'd we go for the ribs?
What was the name of that place again?
Spammies, Spatties.
Pappies, baby.
Pappies. Get down to
Right,
Pappies. Get some ribs. If you haven't seen our St. Louis documentary, Chicklets TV, on the Frozen Four, go check that out. Pappies, the ribs were unbelievable. So get the ribs going. We'll get them going. Monty's going to make some adjustments. And St. Louis Blues, money line, -102.
Let's go. I mean, I want to see. I'm on the Jets. I'm a Jets guy.
Yeah.
I'm a Jets guy, baby. But I want to see a series here. This has been too good. It can't go 3-0. We can't put them on the ropes. St. Louis has played too hard, too good. I think you're right, Murls, to the fact of the whiteout, the rink. That's fucking, you're in one. And when you go into Winnipeg, there's no question you are in one. You stay at hotels where they have the thing in the corner that you have to go over and turn it on the air conditioner and flip it around. They're not on the walls. Like you're not staying like anywhere nice in Winnipeg. You're fucking grinding in the Travelodge or some shit. And they're going to get back home. They're going to be in friendly confines, and they're going to get to their game. I cannot wait to watch that game. That series is fucking awesome. Awesome. So let's make it a series here, Blues. I'm Winnipeg Jets all the way, but I don't want it to go away on us. I don't want this to go away on us, Murls.
And hey, if you're a real Jets fan, you'll be rooting for the Blues because you want to see your team play more games. You know you're going to win the series. So just let the Blues win a game, and then we'll see where it goes from there.
Okay. Yeah.
And then you kind of skipped over it. I think you were trying to do me a favor. I didn't want to talk more about Vegas.
Oh, you want to go game 3, Vegas, Minnesota? Yeah, that's right.
That sneaks in just before. It's a 9 p.m. faceoff, I believe, in Minnesota. So game 3, I'm on Vegas -142 on the road. I can't believe that's a lot. That's a lot of juice for a road team after the 2 games I saw, but I'm so invested in Vegas. I have to ride it. And then my other play is Eichel, 2+ points, +250. I know that's a lot of points because I don't think he has any yet in this series. And him and Stone have to get going. If they're going to win, they got to get production from them. They got to find a way to get on the power play because they have the best power play. Once they're on there, they're going to score. So I'm looking for a big night from Eichel in Minnesota to steal the series control back. So Vegas, money line.
Let's go. This is just beginning, this series, I think. This series is just beginning, but I love your idea, Murls. Put it in the atmosphere. Get it in your brain. Get Eichel in your brain. Get the guys that need to be difference makers out into the atmosphere, and it will become yours. I stand by that. I live by that. You know that. Yeah. You know that, Murls.
It's the secret. It is now time, and I'm actually, for once, I remember we have to wait this time. It is time for Show Mindsies. And you're up first, Army.
You want me to go, buddy?
Yep, you're up.
All right. Well, this will be a dual one with myself and our good friend, if you'd like to come in as well. Pasha, where are you? Pasha.
Yep.
Is
I'm
this
here.
the first ever combined show?
I think it is.
Whoa.
Team show.
MG.
This-
Team show.
Team show.
Correct.
Okay,
My bad,
okay.
G. My bad. I wanted to give you some time. I know you're over there on the line trying to work out Boston's problems with all your season ticket holder friends, but this is a very special one from all of us, guys, right? And we're just honored. We're thrilled to have the very first ever Chicklets member to be in the Hall of Fame. The New York State Hockey Hall of Fame, as a matter of fact. That is show, and that is big time show. We're proud of you. We're proud of your career. Your hockey DB is electric, but specifically in the state of New York, where everything got started, getting eye gouged by Sheldon Keefe, losing to Joe Thornton in that one tournament, RPI success through the years, Uncle Sam's with your old man dominating all over the place, Albany River Rats, of course, we can't forget a stint that you had there as well. Just a New York god and legend of hockey. Your time has come. Your time has come, my friend. On behalf of myself, a few clicks from the boys, that's right, Pasha, Grinnell, and our great chat, congratulations and welcome to the New York State Hockey Hall of Fame, Matt Murls.
Not just the aforementioned people. We actually have a few more people, that want to chime in.
I'm honored.
Hey, Murls, coming to you from Las Vegas. Congratulations, buddy. Really proud of you. New York State Hall of Fame. Can't wait to celebrate with you when the Vegas Golden Knights get to the Stanley Cup final, buddy. See you in Vegas soon. Congratulations.
The Vegas Insider.
Yes, it's Dale. Could you tell? Congratulations, Merryman, making the Casino Hall of Fame. I mean, the New York State Hockey Hall of Fame. Ever heard of it? And I got a little treat for you. $25 Harvey's gift card with your name on it. And mine. All right, you caught me. It just has my name on it. But you can borrow it if I don't spend it all by our next trip.
Merle, congrats on being inducted into the New York State Hockey Hall of Fame.
Benny Barr.
I'm surprised they let you in, but it is well deserved. You've had a huge impact on the state, Capital Region especially, on a lot of people. For me, obviously, not as a player, but as a friend, let me live on your couch for about 10 years has impacted my life in a real positive way. So congrats. It's been a long time coming, well deserved, and hopefully see you soon.
Hey, Murls, congratulations on the Hall of Fame. I think you're the first Hall of Famer
Captain.
from Chicklets. You've always been a Hall of Famer to me, but now New York's made it official, so congrats, buddy. On behalf of the chat, we're just all so proud of you, and let's go. EBR, baby.
Murlsy, my man, ever since the day we met you, you've been Hall of Fame in our book. I'm glad they finally made it official. Congratulations on the New York Hockey Hall of Fame. Here's the thing, man. I'm pretty sure the sportsbook had this at like minus 10,000, but we still smashed it because that's how much of a lock it is, how much of a lock you are. Congrats, buddy. We're so pumped for you. This was a no-brainer. I've never been more sure of one thing. On the day you get elected to the Hockey Hall of Fame, it is very clear that tonight is the night.
The Netters.
Love that.
Hey,
The empty Netters.
Congratulations on the New York State Hockey Hall of Fame honors. We are so proud of you, our whole family. I know everybody in Troy knows how hard you work to put all this effort into your career, both on the ice and off the ice. And this is a well-deserved honor, and we're all looking forward to joining you for the ceremony. So great job. It all started up here, Syracuse.
Whoa.
And now it's come back full circle to Troy. So great job. Looking forward to the festivities and well-deserved honor.
Oh, didn't know you bring my brother into it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, where's the leather
congrats on making the
jacket?
New York State Hall of Fame, dude. That's awesome. Great news. Well deserved. Heard a lot of stories about back in the day. You in the Empire State Games. Holy cow. Me and Connolly ripping up the dorms. Anyways, congrats, man. Awesome.
Matt, heard about the big election to the New York Hall of Fame. Congratulations. No one more deserving. Keep up the good work, buddy.
That a boy, Murls.
All that coming, guys.
Mur.
I don't know how you track my brother down, but wow, really cool. Yeah, I'm really honored. Really, really cool stuff. They've done it the last few years. They've had a lot of the Olympian guys that have won the gold up there in Lake Placid. They had a lot of the Islander guys that won the 4 Stanley Cups. So to be mentioned with them is something cool. But yeah.
We almost had your dad, Merle, but apparently he doesn't know how to text. So we were very close, but
yeah.
He's a
I just actually got him texting, and I actually got my mom texting. When my mom texted me for the first time, I thought it was like somebody hacked her phone. I'm like, oh, I'm not responding to this. It's going to be a virus on my phone. But yeah, my dad's been with me. We've been working on the foundation over at the house, and we're trying to get that going. So if you know any speed builders out there, is there like a competition where there's somebody that built a house in like 1 month?
Yeah, you got to hire the military.
I need to find that guy to speed this thing along. So.
You need the military. They can build houses and like build a city in like 4 days, but it's like easy. Get them in there. Get Trump on the phone. Get him in there. I don't know. Maybe Grok can do it. They can build. I don't know. But I want to say congrats, Murls. Honestly, I got in the Hall of Fame this past summer with my team. Our team was inducted, but as a solo individual reflecting on your career, I got glad I got to play with you. Rookies together in the American League coming in, and all these years later working with you now. Great career, spanned many years, but especially back there in New York where it all started, and the impact you still have right now with RPI, the alumni, and moving back there. I can't be happier for you. So congrats, big boy. I also have another announcement, guys. I'm just getting word right here, right now. Breaking news. The American Humming Hall of Fame is also looking to induct you coming up as well.
Okay, I don't know I don't know the date of that one, but I believe the New York Hall of Fame one is July 13th. It will be here in Troy, New York, and if you want to make the trip up here, it's going to be then. I also believe they picked that weekend because it's the opening weekend of Saratoga. So
Thank you, Sea Grammys.
Did they pick it or did you pick it, Mur?
Yeah, I'm only coming if it's that weekend.
Yeah, exactly. I heard the Humming one is in May, so that one's coming up right away. So be ready for both of these inductee ceremonies. But July 13th is what you said?
July 13th, and we got Sea Grammys, $25 in the chat.
Saratoga.
Murls,
can I do my mindsies? Can I do my mindsies right now? It works perfect right now. If I could just do my mindsies. Yep. My mindsies is RPI. And I'm going to say RPI. I love what they're building. I think the future is bright with Coach Lang. But the fact that they have not retired Matt Murley's number, the fact 100%. Matt Murley's number isn't hanging from the rafters for the big red freak out every year, that's my mindsies. This guy played with Mario Lemieux, was Sidney Crosby's first roommate, the pride and joy of Troy, New York, could have went anywhere he wanted. The #1 recruit in the country, and he chose to stay home in hometown Troy. I think he should be up in the Hall of Fame.
100%. Great point. Mindsies to RPI.
Mindsies.
They're on the rise, Murls. If you watch our Chicklets, what do we call that video? Chicklets
TV.
Chicklets TV in St. Louis. A lot of RPI were actually represented when we had a little meet and greet hangout with Pink Whitney. And I got to say, like, you're saying it's on the rise. It's on the rise. If they want to show they're serious about the rise, correct to G, 100%. I will back him on this. And you don't have to say shit. I know you're a humble guy. We'll do it for you. Retirement in RPI, big night, everything on the line. Put Murls where he belongs. Now he's in the New York State Hall of Fame. 100%.
Nice.
100%. Where's the petition for this shit?
Yeah, well, I'll keep the RPI theme going to wrap up show, because my show is a guy that basically got his coaching career started at RPI. And the Bruins, they wish they weren't having that press conference today. They wish he was still their coach, but it's Monty in St. Louis. And I don't think we can play the song on here, but you can obviously go on X and find it. Monty singing along to the song during the timeout. just not feeling the pressure. He's been here before. He knows he's in control. And what I'm looking forward to is, what's the name of the song? Does anybody know the name of the song? Love or something?
Your Love by
Love.
the Outfield. I actually lost my virginity to that song, boys.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so we're no longer a
Breaking
family
news.
show, but I'm
Breaking
thinking
news.
this is the song, just like Gloria in 2019. This is going to become the thing for the
No.
Blues, and
No.
and it's going to turn it around.
Not the Jets.
Don't do it
my
to me.
Jets.
That song has a close place in my heart for the night I lost my virginity. If the Blues take that as their win song moving forward, my heart will be broken.
Well, you partied with them last time they won the cup,
Yeah.
so yeah, maybe it comes full circle for you.
Can you imagine you singing this later on if they go on an epic run? They got the Joe Boo doll. They're staring down the cameras in the dressing room. It's their new thing. And this song, and then you're there. And
You'll get a video of me in Vegas just fist pumping with bottles at the Blues table, just singing this song.
tear in his eye, the whole thing.
With a fucked on Sweeney shirt. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Roll the disclaimer. Disclaimer.
Oh my God. What a
Tosh, I think
time.
you already rolled the disclaimers. I think your mindsies is Devils related.
Yeah, my mindsies is this injury curse that's been bestowed upon the franchise. I don't know what they did to deserve it. This is a tweet from January 2024, so a year and a few months ago for me. I thought things couldn't get worse. And at the time, I said Fitzy's got to pull a KHL-type center ice goat sacrifice to get rid of this curse. And somehow, things have just gotten worse. The curse is just deeper, sunk into the organization. Something's got to happen. We got to exorcise the demons, no pun intended, because this cannot continue. So the Devils' injury curse is my mindsies.
Yeah,
Wow, this is just
another
ruining your
basically a
life.
jinx. And I think Army, you had a jinx this week.
Oh, great transition, Murls. Hall of Fame host as well. Unbelievable. I will say this, and I don't know, I'm sure we've all done it. People in the chat, you've done it as well. As we get into the playoffs, and we're still early, but I did kind of a thing by accident. I got caught up in it, right? You got to control your emotions in the playoffs. You got to control everything. Everything is elevated. Like Berube, settle down. I went a little nuts. I went crazy. I'm watching these games the other night, the greatest night of hockey a couple nights ago, Monday night. Was it Monday night? What day is it? Wednesday? Yeah, Monday night when everything was happening. It was the greatest thing ever. I finished doing the Jets Blues game, just exhausted, just like I was like Bonnie Blue after a sesh. I was just done. I was just exhausted. I was just like, oh my God, I'm done. That game was so good. And I was like, okay, what could be next? And we're watching these other games. And Ovi just won an OT, and the other one's going to OT. And I'm like, we're getting it all tonight. This is unbelievable. Right when McDavid streaks down the wall, I'm alone in my hotel room. He tucks it in, and I go, holy shit. This is now officially down 4-0, the greatest night. Like, these games are unbelievable. I go on the group chat, and we're going nuts. The group chat is popping, like blowing up. I get caught up in it. I get caught up in what I've just witnessed. I go, this is the greatest night in hockey ever. I go, wow, a 1-goal game with the Blues Jets that was a slobber knocker, and we get 3 overtime games. Then I flip back over to the Dallas-Colorado game that was in overtime, and immediately Witt is like, Army, you fucking jinx. There wasn't enough time on the clock that I thought they would just get it to overtime. Amazing comeback, right? Get it to overtime. And I go, oh no. I click back over to the Edmonton game, LA game, and I'm seeing a replay of the Danault flutter puck going in the net.
It was bad.
Oh
it was bad.
Oh my God. I couldn't believe I did it. I'm setting myself to the mindsies for doing that. I don't keep your emotions in check, people. This is a message. You could learn a lesson from the old arm dog. It's the playoffs. You can't get ahead of yourself. It's a shift at a time. Yes, it's a game at a time. It's a shift at a time. Let's not get ahead of it. Let's control our emotions. Let's be like Chief. Let's keep it together, and let's get through this together. Every night is so big. We can't take anything for granted. I did, and some would say it was even better than I thought because of that. But also, I would have liked to have seen OT because of the comeback and everything. But don't jinx the group chat. Don't jinx it in the group chat, people.
That's mine. What do you got, G?
So I got my show since I already did mine's. So to the show, I'm sending tailgating for playoff hockey games. I love a nice tailgate. Like that's my ideal type of food. You got a hot dog, you got a charred cheeseburger, you got all the condiments, you got booze galore, beautiful sunny day, sun shining down. So the Caniacs, I'm calling the Caniacs the show. They get the tailgate for playoff hockey games. The Islanders used to do it at the old Coliseum, but now it's the Caniacs. It just looks so much fun. Like, I was sitting in my apartment yesterday right before the game started, beautiful sunny day, and all I could think was, fuck, it would be so awesome just to be down in Raleigh, North Carolina at this game right now, just hanging with the fans, taking it all in. They know they're going into that game, getting a W, so the tailgate is probably so much better. So, yeah, I'm calling up anyone who tailgates for playoff hockey games, but in particular, I'm calling up the Caniacs, baby.
Yeah, you're calling up the Caniac fans. I am sending down to the Mindsies the Caniac NHL statisticians that are up there keeping track of the shots. I had Markstrom over saves last night, and I get off the ice from this tryout I was coaching at, and there's 21 shots Carolina for and 28 missed net. I also learned that after the first period, there was, say, 10 shots. And then all of a sudden, by the time the second period started, there was only 7. And then the same thing happened in the second period. At the end of the second period, there was, say, 24. We come back to the third period, there's only 20 now. So they keep taking away shots. They know everybody's betting the overs. We all like overs. Like Big Cat says, life's too short to bet the under. And these guys are taking shots away. Not only are they're counting them, they're missing ones that count. I think a guy had a breakaway, they didn't even count the shot.
Yeah.
So these shot counters to the Mindsies, they're screwing over Markstrom.
I agree, Mur. I agree. In game 1, I had a Meyer shot prop, and I was like, oh, he already got it in the first 10 minutes. He had like 4 shots on net. I opened my app. It says he had 0. I'm like, what is going on here?
It's
yeah,
crazy.
and Murls, he already had a Lehkonen shot that you actually showed the replay of it. It hit the net, and he's covered it, right? And you're like, this would have went in, and they didn't count it. So you've been on these guys forever.
Like I stayed away from him for a while, but Lehkonen in the playoffs is just too good, and they haven't screwed me yet on him. I've still got the win, even though they tried to not count that one. So,
well, I will say this too: of all the rinks that I've been to through work, as well, going into Carolina, the people up there, I don't know if they're the NHL statistician guys that do that, but it seems like they are official, like guys that work up there. I have to say I get more love in that rink for some reason than anyone for chicklets and game notes. So they're going to be listening. They're going to be watching. I think that message delivered. Message sent. Message delivered. They're going to hear it. The boys there will hear it. They listen. They're big listeners there. Just so you know, G, if you ever want to get in a tailgate, they're big time down there.
Shot sheriff. Libby saying the shot sheriff. Yeah, we need the shot sheriff again. I'll be shot sheriffing tonight for Colorado and my guy Lehkonen. The best was the cover the other night when he kicked the puck in and counted as a shot and his anytime goal. That was so much fun. But that's all I got for today. Army, got any?
I got a little house cleaning. Cleaning. Calder Cup playoffs. If you're a loser and your team is out, but you have your prospects and your guys down in the American League, we will have those kicking off majority tonight. I think Coachella Valley already up on Calgary 1-0 in these best of 3 play-in series. So keep track of those. If you have prospects and you want to keep track of your team, Calder Cup run, always fun. Those will get going. If you want me to go through them, Ontario, San Jose, Abbotsford, Tucson, Chicago, Rockford, Toronto, Cleveland, Wilkes-Barre against Lehigh, old Philly-Pittsburgh rivalry right there, close. Easy, just down the road, Providence, Springfield in those best of 3 series. Also, I want to update, of course, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention my Western Hockey League, the best league in the CHL. These are now second round series are coming to a finish. Unbelievable, this Medicine Hat team. They sweep and they get through to the Eastern Conference Finals. Gavin McKenna, just an absolute light show. He's going to RPI coming up here. That's what I'm hearing. Calgary Lethbridge is in Game 7, I believe. Game 7 will face Medicine Hat, the juggernaut wagon that is the Medicine Hat Tigers. And on the Western Conference Final, last night, Spokane Chiefs, Cristal, punched their ticket in double overtime to play the Portland Winterhawks in the Western Conference Final. So we're almost to the Western Conference Final, fully and complete there in the Western Hockey League. We'll have an updated thing on our socials, I imagine, coming up here with the entire CHL playoffs as well, Murls.
Yeah, I saw one in the OHL. It was Kitchener Rangers were down 0-3 in the series. They came back last night, I believe, in OT to win it. So they win the series, game 7, down 0-3 to go on to the semifinals. They'll play London, who will probably dust them. And then the other semifinal is Barrie and Oshawa. So
there we go. Here they are.
Those guys are still battling away. The college is done. So the prospects and the scouts are all up there now looking at the guys. College coaches included now as it's wide open.
Yeah, and Portland won, getting Everett out. So there's your guy, Landon DuPont.
Did my Spokane Chiefs win? 4-2?
Yeah, I just said that. Yeah, they won.
Yeah.
They won.
Yeah.
Double OT.
That's my team.
Gotta go. Game 7, Portland punched their ticket.
Yeah.
I mean, this is electric stuff right now on the road to the Memorial Cup in Rimouski, Quebec. So we'll stay on that for you. But other than that,
love it.
Me, Murls, we're in it.
We are in it. Thank you to the chat. Chat was amazing. I got to thank you guys for getting me all those shout outs for the Hall of Fame thing. Really cool. Thanks to everybody for that. Really a big honor. I don't deserve it. I love it though. Can't wait to that. Hopefully get a lot of my buddies up here. We'll have a great weekend. We'll have to have a lot of body armor after that weekend. Shout out to them, sponsor. Check it out. Find them with the new label here. See all that good stuff. Boom, boom, boom.
So good.
So
of course, the schedule we know Monday and Friday is Spittin' Chicklets, the mothership. They'll be dropping all through the playoffs. We'll continue on Wednesday next week, 12 noon live Eastern. I kind of fucked that
and
up.
Also look forward to me. I'm going on tomorrow to the Barstool Pick'em show. They're on 12-1. I'll pop on there for maybe 2-3 minutes. I'm going to give a goal scorer pick. I'm going to see how I go. If I win, I'll come on the next day and give another one. So we're going to just get on there, get game notes over there. Then maybe we can start grabbing some of those guys, come on our show, get more picks, get more ideas. Like you don't always see the board. Like Singsy goes deep, goes under the hood and finds that 2+ goals for everybody. Yep. So a little more collabing, get talks, get spitball and different things and get some more winners. But thank you.
And if you want some more action, on where I'll be coming up this week, Murls, I'll be down in Atlanta. I'll be TNT action this weekend. Ooh. So
which days?
I'm hitting it up on the road, baby.
Ooh,
weird. On the road.
Army's back on the road. What day? Saturday?
Friday, Sunday? Saturday, Sunday.
In studio, all 3?
No, on the road. I'm out.
Oh,
I'm on color.
Hey, okay.
So stay tuned.
Yes,
I will be grinding. I will.
Color guy. Yeah, it's when I like you the best, when you're on the color. I like watching the games. I just hear you the whole time. I love it.
You'll be there. I'll be there, buddy. So
love it.
Stay tuned for that, folks. Exciting stuff. Game Notes, Bud on X. Game Notes on Twitter. Subscribe. Remember, you can always find our audio on Apple, Spotify, and Amazon. Also, please click the auto downloads. Did I get that right, Murls?
Yeah, get on your parents' phone, auto download, get some more people on there. But yeah, thank you to everybody. Huge day, beautiful weather here. Games tonight, best time of the year. We'll see you next week.
Oh, let's go, baby.